And as you know, a lot of black women are on these EBT and food stamp programs. They have to feed their 6, 7, 8 kids that they responsibly had with a man, a responsible dad who's parts of their lives, and he's been working, but it's just not enough. They just need EBT to fill the blanks in for some of those essential foods they can't afford with mom and dad both working. If anyone tries to stop her, she can bring her cousin with her to punch them in the face. You know what's great about these? And again, I do a lot of research by watching social media videos of these fucking animals.
I need to say I'm sorry. I voted for him. I thought he was going to help folks like me. I really did. Now my SNAP's gone, my Medicaid's gone. They cut off my heat and help last week. I don't know how I'm supposed to buy groceries next month to keep the lights on. I ain't got no... I want to say I'm sorry. I voted for him, and now they done cut off my food stamps and my check, and I don't know how I'm supposed to eat. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Got him! Got him!
In these videos, I'm like, why are people making fun of people not being able to eat them? Is that where we at now? Like, I've been seeing people, what you do with last month's benefits? So we at the human beings mocking other human beings for not being able to feed their families phase. How the fuck did we get here? And then I realized the people making those videos seriously thought that only black and brown people was going to be affected by this. I saw one dude say,
"Hey, LaQuisha, calm down, okay? They're not cutting off the SNAP benefits for November, all right? But be honest, you're still going to go out and steal, aren't you?"
It's crazy because the people who use these benefits the most, Chad, look like you. White people, 37%. It's insane that the system that y'all try to demonize the most, y'all benefit from the most. Because y'all have been fed historic lies, and then y'all continue to tell historic lies. Y'all were told the lie that black people are the laziest, when black people literally built this country, not just with their hands, but with the products that came from their hands. Tobacco, cotton, generational wealth was built off the blood, sweat, and tears and labor of black people, yet we are demonized the most. Generational wealth that black people don't even see to this day. Then you went to immigrants. You said immigrants are nothing more than rapists, and they don't contribute anything to society. They contribute billions with a B. That ain't even counting agriculture, construction, all the other things that they do. Then y'all say, well, I just don't want illegals. Illegals shouldn't be having SNAP benefits. They don't even get benefits. So that leaves y'all. 37% of y'all are about to lose y'all benefits November 1st.
In red states, okay, I'm in Missouri. This is my little tiny town paper, okay? Not front page news, but second page news, okay? Right here. Madison County Senior Center to close after 50 years amid funding crisis. Leaves hundreds without meals, okay? After nearly 50 years in service, the Nutrition Center, which acts like a restaurant, except with special meal plans and activities like games and music, offering a social place for young and old alike. It also delivers meals for over 1,000 Medicaid and Title III recipients. It is with deep regret and sadness, blah, 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 that they cannot no longer serve their people. Okay, then here, Williamsville news, okay? Today, let's go back to Tuesday, the 21st is what it says, right there, okay? And it says, according to a headline, Missouri lost 1.6 million pounds of federal food aid this year. Why? Sudden cuts to federal programs that buys food from U.S. farmers and send it to food banks. They're not doing that anymore. Trump administration, it actually says the Trump administration, not those far left liberals. It says Trump did this back in March, late March, when Trump was the president. It says this right here. He was president. Slashed $500 million that has been allocated to food aid. That canceled 124 scheduled deliveries to Missouri food banks. There's no food stamps. Now there's no food banks. Now there's no nutritional centers. The people of Missouri did not vote in their best interest.
I ain't having that. It's y'all white folks that get the most fucking EBT, and y'all be trying to seem like the black people causing the issue. Is not. It's you white folks causing the issue with this fucking EBT. Get it right, get it correct. I'm sick and tired of y'all trying to blame us black folks for all that negativity. It's not, I ain't going for it. I'm sick of it.
Did y'all see the video of the man saying that white people were mad because they thought SNAP benefits were only for black people, and now that they're mad that their food stamps are being taken away too? What? Except I lived in the South, so I have seen this before. Matter of fact, my best friend, I met her in college and she was pregnant, okay? That little boy, sweetest little boy, but she was on like WIC and food stamps and healthcare and everything too, right? As she should be. She needed the help. She needed the assistance, okay? We were driving the car one day. She would not shut the fuck up. She was like, I'm so mad at people taking my tax dollars and blah, 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 and we shouldn't be paying for other people's healthcare and I don't want to pay for other people's food. And I finally go, girl, you know you're the other people, right? And she was like, huh? And I was like, the health insurance that made you be able to take your little boy to the doctor yesterday, I paid for that. The food that you eat that you put on your table, I paid for that. My tax dollars paid for that. Like, you are the people that you're talking about. How are you going to sit here and trash talk people when you are the people? Like, you have WIC, you have food stamps, and you have health insurance for you and your child. And you're going to sit here and trash talk people who use government aid. What? And anyways, they're mad now. They're mad now that their shit's being taken away too.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Recha HaKwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to you other elders, you brethren, you fellow believers of this truth. Shalom to you other brothers and sisters that support and acknowledge the truth. Shalom to your affiliates. Shalom to the elect. Peace to you. So anyway, I found this video interesting, and I got a couple of stories I'll put together. Probably not going to talk too much in this one. I just wanted to show this whole baseline of what you see happening is coming from Jacob and Esau. This is what it boils down to. Esau has always blamed Jacob for the supplantation of the birthright. So what is he going to try to do? He's going to try to take the food and then blame Jake, right? He's going to try to blame Jake. Number one, you spoiled the so-called black woman. You black woman should have never took the EBT from the beginning. You should have just brought yourself low and kept up under your man. But the Lord pushed you to do that because this is prophecy. You know what I'm saying? So, but now you see the Edomites, now they're crying. There's nothing worse than your whole nation setting you up for failure. So really the Lord is doing this. And his brother that was making these points, he was on points, things that we say. We know the history. We know how everything got built of the blood, shed, and tears of slaves. Like, if a Negro don't work ever in the next few generations, there's nothing lost because we were the ones that built this place up. And we didn't get paid for it. This is why the scripture says in Revelation 18, double unto her according to their works. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Deuteronomy 30:6. And the Lord thy God will circumcise thine heart and thine heart of the seed of thy seed to love the Lord. And this, you see this raising up, going back to the 60s as we started waking up and coming into the truth. And the minute of the Lord was being brought forth into the truth. Thy God with all thy heart, right? To love thy Lord thy God with all thy heart, this is the first commandment, and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And this is a prophecy. You see them now being persecuted. I mean, the ones that persecuted us. This also goes to the parable of Lazarus, right? When he said, Father Abraham, or something, let me dip my finger and get my tongue cooled, because guess what? That same heat you put on us is going to come back onto you, and you deserve every bit of it, man. Right? And it says, and thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day. And ultimately all Israel going to be saved. But right now, Esau's got to get his curse, man. And it started. Now all this madness that these so-called white people talked about, the black woman, and talking about their children. You see how Esau does? He creates this chaos. He does all the sick behavior. In fact, he's a pollutant. He's the one destroyed the earth. When you see that dirty, green, black, slimy water, you can't blame an Israelite for that. You can't blame a so-called black, Latino, Native American for that, right? We can only blame you Edomites. Now, mind you, you got strangers, right, that look like other nations, but I'm talking about in the whole, the elites that govern and run this earth, man. It's your fault that the earth is in the condition. You bred these YNs, right, and set up through your media and through your, through your media. You run your industry, and you put this madness out there, man, right? You destroyed us, which the Lord allowed you to do it. But guess what? It's time. Your judgment is coming. Let's go to Isaiah 47. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. These Edomites, and I'm saying as a whole nation, along with those people in the land, right? They were prospering off the EBT. Really for the women. It was really for the women and children, right? Then they found out something. Let's institute the black woman. Let's get her involved. She won't need her husband. But meanwhile, these other people that was getting EBT, their families, which their fathers got to stay, their husbands got to stay, right? But when it came to us, they use different tactics and different schemes and hooks, right? To say, okay, you can't afford it, so you got to go. If you can't take care of your family and they need help, we're going to introduce WIC to them. You see what I'm saying? This is crazy. But them heathens, right, they would have other places. This didn't apply to them. It was stipulations in the law, as Isaiah 10 says, the unrighteous decrees. They were still allowed to do that. They automatically had government assistance and assistance for who they are. And I can't even say it in this video. But they get funded. But when it come to us, yeah, this is what you see. And now you're going to have the nerve to blame us, right? As so-called blacks and Hispanics, you blame us, and you were the people that ran it in the ground. You're the people, you Edomites, you're the ones that took advantage of the system. And then you let foreigners like Moabites, Elamites, they all stand in the line too. Hamites. But then your people that went to fight for this country, you don't hardly give them any benefits. That tells you something about Babylon. That's why it says, take the millstone and grind the meal, uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the river. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. So America was always covered, right, in her wickedness, in her so-called glory, right? Never been penetrated. But yeah, it's going to be lifted. And the missiles are going to penetrate Babylon, right? Right? And it says, thy shame shall be seen. The whole world can see now, man. This is no longer the great opportunist land of community. You know what I'm saying? Of the civilization, so to speak. Okay? I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So the Lord's not going to come as a man, right? Angelic angel, right? Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, thy shame shall be seen. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, right? That's another title, but it says the Lord, that's Yahweh, is his name. Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. Same thing with Edomites. This is who this is. For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms, which was quoted in Revelation 18, right? So you see a demise of a nation flushing down the crapper, so to speak. This is what you see. And you know who doing this? The Lord is doing this because they're moving forward with their NWO. That's the plan. If Esau could keep going on like this, he'll try to keep going on like it, but he can't. He has to follow orders too. So he's got to go on. And even Esau believes there's only a certain sect of them that's of the elect, right? They really don't even care about some of them people in their land. They're just used as a tool. Some of them, they don't even give a damn about them because they know we're mixed amongst them. Unless it's bloodline, then they know. Right? Let's get a story. Genesis 27. and 30. I'll try to read through this. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end to of blessing Jacob, right? And Jacob was yet scarce, gone out from the presence of Isaac, his father, that Esau, his brother, came in from his hunting, and he also had made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, let my father arise, and eat of the son's venison, that thy soul might bless me. And Isaac, his father, right, said unto him, who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, the firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, who? Where is he that have taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten of it of all before thou canst, and thou blessed him, right? And have blessed him, with a question mark, and have blessed him. Yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceedingly bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father. So it was already done. And this, you know the story in Genesis 25. Rebekah helped aid Jacob, even though Esau was first, for supplanting and getting that birthright. And Esau is pissed about it. And when you look at it, Jacob and Esau, this is us, the so-called blacks and Hispanics, Native Americans, and Esau, the race that you see that they are. And this is why they're trying to cut off the food. They're trying to get the birthright, right? And this is why Esau continues to blame us to this day for the birthright. That's what it boils down to. Anyway, and he said, is it not rightly named Jacob? For he have supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright. And behold, now he have taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered him and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, right? And all his brethren have I given him to him for servants, right? With corn and wine have I sustained him, and that shall I do now unto thee, my son. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but a blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Now, for a lot of you that don't understand why would the Lord do this, we have to travel over to the book of Romans. Right around the 9th chapter, y'all know where I'm going, right? We're going to go to 9, where I'm at. Let me just jump to 8. It says, that is, let me go to 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they the children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called, right? Which is out of Isaac, you had Jacob and Esau. Right? You know, these are the main characters we're talking about. They are not the children of God, right? But the children of the promise accounted for the seed. For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also conceived by one, right? So we see Sarah. Abraham was with Sarah. It doesn't mention Ishmael. But Abraham, Sarah, Ishmael, but you had, again, the main focus is Isaac. And then it's going into Isaac, who also had Jacob and Esau, right? So it says Rebekah, which was through Rebekah, Isaac and Rebekah, also conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to the election might stand, not of good works, but of him that calleth. It is said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So they're mad because they lost their birthright. They're trying to take the food away from you, right? They're going to they actually will. They're going to cause famines. They're really pissed off, and they will sacrifice their own just to get you Jakes, because they're pissed off about the birthright. This is what this all boils down to. That venison, that was supplanted, and it was nothing wrong with it because the Lord is the one that allowed it to do it. And why did he allow it to do it? Because going back in the spirit, the slickness of that serpent, you know, the slickness of Cain, and, you know, the things that was done in the past. So when Jacob and Esau, like you had Cain and Abel, so when Jacob and Esau came on the scene, all right, so now the Lord said, okay, I'm going to let Esau come first. But you know what? He going to think he got the birthright, but I'm going to switch it. And the Lord switched it. And to this day, Esau is mad that we the children of Israel. In fact, how else does Job 9:24 say the earth is given to the hand of the wicked? Who else would take these images and cover them up and then lie and say that they're the people of God? We wouldn't do that. Only Esau would do that. Why? Because he wants the birthright. He wants to be the head honcho. He wants to be the chief Indian. He wants to be the man. As 2 Thessalonians say, he's so pissed off he wants to be God. He's the son of perdition. Why? Because the Lord created him that way. He created him to be evil. So he's pissed off at you Jakes, right? He's pissed off that he doesn't have the birthright. So now what he's trying to do is supplant you. And he's been doing nothing but supplanting us. And now he's trying to take the food back. Anyway, that's all I have on that. Shalom.